Are you interested in creating a beautiful and eco-friendly garden that conserves water and thrives in dry conditions? If so, you're in the right place. In this video, we'll share our top water-saving tips and suggest some fantastic plant choices for designing a drought-tolerant garden. Let's dive right in. One, what is a drought-tolerant garden? Before we begin, let's quickly define what a drought-tolerant garden is. A drought-tolerant garden is designed to withstand periods of low water availability, using water-saving techniques and featuring plants that are adapted to thrive in drier conditions. This type of garden is not only great for conserving water, but it's also low maintenance and can be incredibly beautiful. Now that we've covered the basics, let's move on to our top tips for creating a drought-tolerant garden. 2. Top water-saving tips. Tip number 1 is to plan your garden strategically. Start by analyzing your garden space and identifying areas that receive the most sun, shade, and wind. This will help you determine the best locations for your drought-tolerant plants, as well as any irrigation or water collection systems you may want to implement. Our second tip is to improve your soil quality. A healthy, well-draining soil is essential for a drought-tolerant garden. Start by adding organic matter, such as compost or well-aged manure, to your soil. This will improve its texture and help it retain moisture more effectively. In addition, you can incorporate a layer of mulch around your plants to reduce evaporation, suppress weeds, and regulate soil temperature. Tip number 3 is to choose the right irrigation system. Drip irrigation or soaker hoses are both excellent options for watering your drought-tolerant garden, as they deliver water directly to the plant roots, minimizing evaporation and runoff. Be sure to water your garden early in the morning or late in the evening to reduce water loss due to evaporation. Our fourth tip is to practice efficient watering techniques. Instead of frequent shallow watering, opt for deep, infrequent watering. This encourages plants to develop deeper root systems, allowing them to access moisture further down in the soil. In addition, be mindful of your plant's individual watering needs. Some plants may require more water than others, so adjust your watering schedule accordingly. Finally, tip number 5 is to harvest rainwater. Collecting rainwater in barrels or other storage containers is an eco-friendly and cost-effective way to water your garden. You can use this collected water for irrigation or even for topping off water features in your garden. 3. Plant choices for a drought-tolerant garden. Now that we've covered our top water-saving tips, let's talk about some fantastic plant choices for your drought-tolerant garden. When selecting plants, look for those that are native to your region or have similar climate requirements. These plants are naturally adapted to thrive in your area's specific conditions, making them more likely to survive and flourish with less water. First up, we have succulents and cacti. These plants store water in their leaves, stems, and roots, making them extremely drought-tolerant. Some popular options include agave, aloe, echeveria, and various cacti species. Next, consider adding some drought-tolerant perennials to your garden. These plants return year after year and require minimal watering. Some great choices include lavender, sage, yarrow, and Russian sage. Ornamental grasses can also be an excellent addition to a drought-tolerant garden. They provide texture, movement, and color with minimal water requirements. Some popular options include blue fescue, switchgrass, fountain grass, and feather reed grass. Shrubs are another fantastic option for drought-tolerant gardens, as they provide structure and interest throughout the year. Some drought-tolerant shrubs to consider are rosemary, oleander, juniper, and California lilac. Don't forget to include some drought-tolerant trees in your garden design. Trees provide shade and habitat for wildlife, as well as visual appeal. Consider planting species like the palo verde, mesquite, crepe myrtle, or desert willow. Finally, you can also incorporate some drought-tolerant ground covers to fill in any empty spaces and help reduce evaporation from the soil. Some great choices are creeping thyme, sedum, ice plant, and stonecrop. Creating a drought-tolerant garden is an excellent way to conserve water, save money, and reduce your environmental impact. By following our top water-saving tips and selecting appropriate plant choices, you'll be able to create a beautiful and thriving garden that requires minimal maintenance and watering. What are your favorite drought-tolerant plants or water-saving techniques that you've used in your own garden? Share your experiences and suggestions in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more. Thanks for watching, and happy gardening.